Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Friday, March 31st, 2023. Today I'm going to recap opening day from yesterday, look ahead to the games that are being played tonight and the weekend. NBA, NHL, the NIT Final Four, both men's and women's. You have soccer, golf, NASCAR. We'll talk about Idol from last week and look ahead to Sunday's episode. News and notes and best bet. We'll start with baseball. We'll go over the opening day results and look ahead to everything going on over the weekend. Yanks over the Giants 5-0. Braves over the Nats 7-2. Orioles over the Red Sox 10-9. Cubs over the Brewers 4-0. Rays over the Tigers 4-0. Rangers over the Phillies 11-7. Twins over the Royals 2-0. Mets over the Marlins 5-3. Pirates over the Reds 5-4. Blue Jays over the Cardinals 10-9. White Sox over the Astros 3-2. Rockies over the Padres 7-2. That's a stunning result. A's over the Angels 2-1. Dodgers over the D-backs 8-2. And the Mariners over the Guardians 3-0. Only 5 games tonight. And the reason why a lot of teams have off today is because of the possibility of rainouts, which we didn't get any rainouts yesterday, which is a great thing for the sport. But only 5 games tonight. First up, 6:30, you have the Mets and the Marlins. David Peterson and Jesus Luzardo. Mets minus 110, Marlins minus 106, over under 7.5, minus 110 each way. Mets minus 1.5 is plus 146, Marlins plus 1.5 is minus 176. This is a tough one. I think it's just a safer bet to take the Mets as a short road favorite at minus 110. 8 o'clock, White Sox, Astros, Lance Lynn, Christian Javier. Astros minus 148, White Sox plus 126, over under 8. Overs minus 105, unders minus 115. White Sox plus 1.5 is minus 172, Astros minus 1.5 is plus 142. I like the under. 9:30, Rockies, Padres, Kyle Freeland and Nick Martinez. Padres minus 196, Rockies plus 164, over under 7.5. Overs minus 114, unders minus 106. Rockies plus 1.5 is minus 125. Padres minus 1.5 is plus 104. I like the over. 10 o'clock, you have the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers. Merrill Kelly and Dustin May. Dodgers minus 196. D-backs plus 164, over under 7.5. Overs minus 108, unders minus 112. D-backs plus 1.5 is minus 137. Dodgers minus 1.5 is plus 114. I'll take the over. And then last but not least, the Guardians at the Mariners. Hunter Gaddis starting for Cleveland against Robbie Ray. Mariners minus 164, Guardians plus 138, over under 7.5. Overs minus 112, unders minus 108. Guardians plus 1.5 is minus 154. Mariners minus 1.5 is plus 128. I'm going to take the over. All right, so the weekend, Saturday, 2 o'clock, White Sox, Astros, Lucas Giolito, Jose Urquidy. 2:15, Blue Jays, Cardinals, Kevin Gausman, Jack Flaherty. 2:20, Brewers, Cubs, Brandon Woodruff and Justin Steele. 4 o'clock, Braves, Nats, Spencer Strider, Josiah Gray. On Fox, you have the Giants and the Yankees, Alex Cobb and Clark Schmidt. So Clark Schmidt's in that second spot of the rotation to start the year. And then Phillies, Rangers also on Fox, Zach Wheeler and Nathan Eovaldi. Angels, A's, Patrick Sandoval and Shintaro Fujinami. Orioles, Red Sox, Dean Kremer, Chris Sale. Tigers, Rays, Spencer Turnbull, Zach Eflin. Twins, Royals, Sonny Gray, Jordan Lyles. Mets, Marlins, Tyler McGill and Edward Cabrera. Pirates, Reds, Rich Hill, Nick Lodolo. 8:30, Rockies, Padres, Jose Urena, Michael Wacha. 9 o'clock, D-backs, Dodgers, Madison Bumgarner and Clayton Kershaw. That's like a throwback match. And then on Fox Sports 1 at 9:30, Guardians, Mariners, Aaron Savali and Logan Gilbert. Sunday, 1 o'clock, Tigers, Rays, Joey Wentz and Jeffrey Springs. 1:30, Giants, Yanks, Ross Stripling, Johnny Brito. Braves, Nats, Jared Schuster, Mackenzie Gore. Orioles, Red Sox, Cole Irvin, Tanner Houck. Mets, Marlins, Cody Senga, Trevor Rogers. Pirates, Reds, Vince Velasquez and Graham Ashcraft. 2 o'clock, White Sox, Astros, Mike Clevenger, Luis Garcia. Twins, Royals, Joe Ryan, Brad Keller. 2:15, Blue Jays, Cardinals, Chris Bassett, Jordan Montgomery. 2:20, Brewers, Cubs. Eric Lauer, Jamison Tyon. 4 o'clock, A's, Athletics. Tyler Anderson and Ken Waldachuk. D-backs, Dodgers, Zach Davies and Noah Syndergaard. Guardians, Mariners, Cal Quantrill, Marco Gonzalez. Rockies, Padres, Austin Gomber, Seth Lugo. And at 7 o'clock on ESPN, Southern Night Baseball, Phillies, Rangers from Arlington, Bailey Falter and Martin Perez. So there you have it for opening weekend of Major League Baseball. All right, NBA. We'll go over the results from yesterday. There was only 2 games, and I look ahead to a very busy night tonight and the rest of the weekend. Celtics destroy the Bucks, 140-99, the best win the Celtics have had all season long. Pelicans over the Nuggets, 107-88. No Nikola Jokic in that game, so that's why that result ended up like that. A whopping 13 games tonight in the NBA. 7 o'clock, you have the Bulls and the Hornets. My line is Bulls 5 3/4 total, 227 3/10. And we got 9.5 and 224. I'm going to take Charlotte getting the points. Thunder Pacers, Indiana 1.5 total 234 and 9/20, and it's Thunder 2.5 total 236. I'm taking Indiana plus 2.5 plus 120. No Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Raptors Sixers. I have Sixers by 9 total 225 and a 10th, and it is 5.5 and 224.5. I'm going to lay the points of Philly. Magic Wizards. My line is the Magic by 3 total 226 and 2/5, and it's 1 and 224.5. I'm excited to lay the 1 with Orlando on the road. 7:30, Jazz Celtics. Mine's Boston 19 1/4 total 232 and 11/20, and it's 13.5 and 232. I'm going to lay the points. Hawks Nets. My line's Nets 4.5 total 231 1/4, and it's Atlanta by 2 total 240.5. Under. Knicks Cavaliers. My line's Cavs 9 3/4 total 223 and 9/20, and it's 3.5 and 222. Oh my God. I'm laying it with Cleveland. Did I not know that Julius Randle's hurt? Come on. That's favoritism towards the Knicks. Come on. Cleveland should be around 6-7. No Randle. And do they not know that the Knicks are not very good without Julius Randle? Pistons Rockets. My line's the Rockets 5.5 total 228.5, and that's what it is. And I project 4 3/4 total 229 and 3/10. Very close. And do a slight under. Clippers Grizzlies. My line's the Grizzlies 12 1/4 total 227 and 17/20, and we got 6.5 and 235. I'll take the under 2. NBA TV, Lakers, T-Wolves. My line's T-Wolves 2 1/4 total 232 and 3/10. And it's 1.5 and 232.5. So D-Lo's returned to Minnesota. Very close projections. I'm going to do slightly in Minnesota. 10 o'clock Spurs Warriors. My line is Golden State 15 3/4 total 235 1/4. And it's 17.5 and 242. Under. Kings Blazers. My line's Kings 17 total 234 and 2/5, and it's 14.5 and 231. So the pick's going to be the over. And last but not least, 10:30 NBA TV, Nuggets Suns. No Nikola Jokic tonight. My line's Suns 5.5 total 227. And 3/20, and we got 9.5 and 226. Are there other players injured on Denver too, or is that just the Jokic effect? I'm going to take the Nuggets getting the points just to hang around. All right, only 2 games on Saturday. NBA TV 7:30 Mavs Heat and 8:30 the Clippers at the Pelicans. That's only because of the Final Four. And then Sunday's a big day. 1 o'clock Raptors Hornets, 3:30 Jazz Nets, Grizzlies Bulls, Blazers T-Wolves. 6 o'clock NBA TV Mavs Hawks, Wizards Knicks, Pistons Magic, Spurs Kings. 7 o'clock Lakers Rockets Suns Thunder. 9 o'clock Pacers Cavs, or 8 o'clock. And Sixers Bucks. That's a terrific game. NBA TV Warriors Nuggets at 8:30. All right, now move on to hockey. We'll go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to what should be an interesting weekend ahead. Devils over the Rangers 2-1. Bruins over the Blue Jackets 2-1 in OT. Panthers over the Habs 5-2. Sens over the Flyers 5-4 OT. Pens over the Preds 2-0. Lightning over the Caps 5-1. Red Wings over the Canes 3-2. Blues over the Blackhawks 5-3. Oilers over the Kings 2-0. Kraken over the Ducks 4-1. Sharks over the Golden Knights 4-3 in OT. Only 4 games tonight, 7 o'clock on the NHL Network. You have the Rangers at the Sabres. Rangers minus 146, Sabres plus 122, over under 6.5. Overs minus 134, unders plus 110. Rangers minus 1.5 is plus 158. Sabres plus 1.5 is minus 192. Rangers-Buffalo always tends to be a close game. So I'm going to go with tie plus 390. I think that if you want the exact outcome, Rangers in overtime. Good bounce back spot for the Rangers, too. 8 o'clock, Red Wings Jets. Jets minus 260. Detroit plus 210 over under 5.5. Overs minus 140. Unders plus 114. Red Wings plus 1.5 is minus 115. Jets minus 1.5 is minus 104. I can't believe the Red Wings are that big of an underdog. Give me the Red Wings puck line. Plus 1.5 at minus 115. 10 o'clock, Flames Canucks. Flames minus 130, Vancouver plus 108, over under 6.5. Overs minus 115, unders minus 105. Flames minus 1.5 is plus 188. Vancouver plus 1.5 is minus 230. I like the over. Last but not least, 10:30 Stars Coyotes. Stars minus 230, Coyotes plus 188, over under 5.5. Overs minus 138, unders plus 112. Stars minus 1.5 is plus 108. Coyotes plus 1.5 is minus 130. I'm going to go with the Stars on the puck line, minus 1.5 at plus 108. That's in spite of the Coyotes actually being competitive lately at home. All right, Saturday, big day. 1 o'clock, NHL Network, Blues Preds. 3 o'clock, ABC, Bruins Pens. 7 o'clock, Panthers Jackets, Canes Habs, Leafs Sens, Sabres Flyers, Isles Lightning. 8 o'clock on ESPN2, Devils Blackhawks, so the Devils getting some national TV love. 9 o'clock, Stars Avs, Sharks Coyotes at 10, Ducks Oilers, Kings Kraken, and the Wild and the Golden Knights. And then Sunday, 1 o'clock, TNT, Rangers Caps. 3 o'clock, TNT, Bruins Blues. 6 o'clock, Isles Canes, Sens Jackets, Flyers Pens, Wings Leafs, NHL Network Devils Jets. 8 o'clock, Ducks Flames, and Kings Canucks. All right, now move on to the NIT championship game from last night. It was an all-Conference USA game, as North Texas came out on top by a score of 68-61 to win the NIT championship. Usually if you win the NIT, that's a good sign that you're in the tournament the next year. Let's see if that holds true for North Texas. And the Conference USA, let's be honest, had a fabulous year this year with these two teams making the NIT final, with North Texas winning it, and FAU making the Final Four. This league, you can make a case, was one of the best 10 leagues in college basketball this season, the entire year. They were better than the Atlantic 10. They were better than some of these other leagues. You could even argue they were better than the American. They were not better than the Mountain West, especially with San Diego State in the Final Four as well. So, a great year for Conference USA, as Florida Atlantic still to come tomorrow. Now move on to what you're waiting for, the Final Four. We'll start with the men's, and then we'll do the women's. I have picks for you guys, obviously, as well. So, 6 o'clock on CBS tomorrow night, you have your East Region winners, your 9th seed, Florida Atlantic, and your South Region 5 seed, San Diego State, who won the South Region. From NRG Stadium in Houston, Jim Nance, Bill Rafferty, Grant Hill, Tracy Wolfson on the call. I project San Diego State by 3 1/4, total 138 and 7/20. And we have 2.5 and 131.5. I love the over. I think that this will be a higher scoring game than some expect. FAU is a pretty good offensive team. I think this will be a great game. So give me over 131.5. And then 8:49 on CBS with the same fellas on the call. Your Midwest region winners, 5 seed Miami, and your West region winners, your 4 seed UConn. I only project this UConn by 1/4. Only 1/4. Total of 147 and 7/20. And it's 5.5 and 149.5. I'm going to take Miami getting the 5.5. And I'm willing to take them plus 202 to win outright. One of these favorites is going to lose. It's most likely to be San Diego State from like a spread and money line standpoint. But I think Miami has a chance. Isaiah Wong could go basket to basket with the UConn guys. And he's carried this team to this point. And I have Miami at 100-1 to win the title on DraftKings. So what I'm going to do is I'll put UConn in a moneyline parlay and put that with a couple of big baseball favorites on Saturday, like the Braves and maybe some hockey favorites on Saturday that are big. And there's only 2 NBA games, so that really wouldn't work. So I'd parlay UConn from to hedge that 100-1 with a couple of baseball favorites and a couple of hockey favorites and see how that will play out. And then the women's side, it begins tonight. 7 o'clock on ESPN, you have LSU and Virginia Tech. LSU, obviously, winners of the Greenville 2 region, and Virginia Tech of the Seattle 3 region. LSU is a 2-point favorite, or 1.5, total 133.5. LSU should be 1.5. I'm going to go with the under. I think this is going to be a defense game. A lot of nerves. So I like the under. And then 9 o'clock on ESPN, your 2 seed from the Seattle region, Iowa, and your 1 seed from the Greenville region, your number 1 overall seed, the South Carolina Gamecocks. South Carolina's favored by 11.5, total 149.5. I really like Iowa to cover. Caitlin Clark is going to keep the Hawkeyes in this game. She cannot be stopped. I love Boston on South Carolina. And I really do like the core on South Carolina. I do think South Carolina will win. But I could see it being like by 8 points, and it comes down to free throws at the end. So give me Iowa getting the 11.5 against South Carolina to cover the spread. And for South Carolina and LSU to be the title game on Sunday afternoon. All right, now move on to soccer. We will go over some notable results from yesterday, and all the fun soccer's back. So that's exciting enemy of MLS to talk about on the show today as well. Results from yesterday. We had women's yesterday for UEFA. Wolfsburg over PSG as they advance on aggregate 2-1. But the game was a 1-1 draw. And then Lyon beats Chelsea 2-1, but they were tied on aggregate. But Chelsea advances 4-3 on penalties. All right, to the big leagues. La Liga. Today, 3 o'clock, you have Mallorca and Osasuna. Mallorca's plus 120. Osasuna's 3-1. The draw's plus 180. Let's go with the draw plus 180. All right, Saturday, 8 o'clock, Girona and Espanyol, 10:15 Athletic and Getafe, 12:30 Cadiz and Sevilla, and 3 o'clock Elche and Barcelona. Sunday, Celta Vigo and Almeria at 8, 10:15 Real Madrid and Valladolid, 12:30 Villarreal and Real Sociedad, and 3 o'clock you have Atletico and Betis. German Bundesliga today, 2:30 you have Frankfurt and Bochum. Frankfurt minus 210, Bochum 5-1, draws plus 330. I'll go with the draw plus 330. It has some value there. Frankfurt hasn't played well. Saturday, 9:30, Union Berlin and Stuttgart. RB Leipzig and Mainz. Freiburg and Hertha. Schalke and Leverkusen. Wolfsburg and Augsburg. And 12:30 on ABC, Bayern and Dortmund. And then Sunday, Cologne and Gladbach, and 11:30, you have Bremen and Hoffenheim. French League 1, 3 o'clock today, Marseille and Montpellier. Marseille's minus 195, Montpellier's 5-1, the draw's plus 310. Montpellier's been hot. Hot. I'm going to go with the draw at plus 310, just to be safe. 11 o'clock tomorrow, Auxerre and Troyes, and 3 o'clock, Rennes and Lens. And then Sunday, big day, 7 o'clock, Lille and Lorient, 9 o'clock, Angers Nice, Brest Toulouse, Clermont-Foot AC Ajaccio, Nantes and Reims, 11 o'clock, Monaco and Strasbourg, and 2:45 PSG and Lyon. Liga MX tonight, 9 o'clock, you have Necaxa and Santos. Necaxa's plus 180, Santos is plus 135, the draw's plus 240. I'm going to go with Santos at plus 135 on the road. And then 11 o'clock, you have Juarez and Puebla. Juarez is minus 115, Puebla is 3-1, draws plus 240. I'm going to go with the draw at plus 240. Saturday, 7 o'clock, Pachuca and Cruz Azul, America and Leon at 9, 9:15 Monterrey and Tijuana, and 11 o'clock, Atlas and Guadalajara. Sunday, 2 o'clock, Toluca and Tigres, 7 o'clock, Athletic San Luis and Mazatlan, and 9 o'clock, you have Querétaro and UNAM. And in the English League Championship, today, 3 o'clock, you have Burnley and Sunderland. Just going to pull up the odds real quick. Burnley's minus 270, Sunderland's plus 650, draw plus 370. I'm going to go with Under 2.5 goals at plus 106. Saturday, busy day. 7:30, Luton and Watford, Preston, Blackpool. 10 o'clock, Birmingham, Blackburn, Bristol City, Reading, Cardiff, Swansea, Coventry, Stoke, Huddersfield, Borough, Hull, Rotherham, Norwich City, Sheffield United, West Brom and Millwall, Wigan and QPR. I'm just going to see if with other leagues. Okay, Premier League, 7:30 tomorrow morning, Man City, Liverpool, 10 o'clock, Bournemouth, Fulham, Arsenal, Leeds, Brighton, Brentford, Crystal Palace, and Leicester, Nottingham Forest, Wolves, Chelsea, and Aston Villa at 12:30. And then Sunday, 9 o'clock, West Ham, Southampton, at 11:30, you have Newcastle and Man United. And then Major League Soccer for tomorrow. 7:30 you have Atlanta hosting the Red Bulls, Columbus hosting Salt Lake, Cincinnati hosting Miami, LA Galaxy hosting Seattle. That's early for them. New England hosting NYCFC, Orlando hosting Nashville, Philly hosting KC, Toronto hosting Charlotte, 8:30 Chicago hosting DC United, Dallas hosting Portland, St. Louis hosting Minnesota, Colorado hosting LAFC at 9:30, 10:30 San Jose hosting Houston, and Vancouver hosting CF Montreal. All right, now move on to golf. We'll go over the leaderboard for the Valero Texas Open. Right now, with the score of 6 under, tied for the top, Corey Connors and Patrick Rogers tied for third with 4 under, Matt Kuchar, MJ Daffé, Padraig Harrington, Chris Kirk, Justin Lauer, and Roberto Diaz. Tied for 9th with 3 under. Pretty big group. Matt Wallace, Grayson Higo, Nate Taylor, Chester V, Harry Higgs, Jason Duffner, Russell Knox, Troy Merritt, Michael Thompson, Saiho Kim, Peter Malnati, and Taylor Montgomery. Tied for 22nd with 2 under. Pretty big group as well. Ben Martin, Brendan Todd, Jimmy Walker, Will Gordon, Byung Ganon, Augusto Nunez, Dylan Wu, Alex Loren, Lucas Donald, JJ Spawn, Hideki Matsuyama, Chad Ramey, Tyrell Hatton, Hayden Buckley, Jason Hadley, Michael Kim, Christian Ziedenhout, and Chandler Phillips. Tied for 39th at 1 under. Henrik Norlander, B.U. Hostler, Sam Ryder, Thomas Dietrich, Adam Putnam, Kevin Chappell, Luke Bliss, Bryce Garnett, Kevin Strowman, Kyle Stanley, Aaron Ray, Peter Kust, Brandon Wu, Trevor Cohn, Ben Griffin, Ricky Fowler, Grayson Sieg, Emiliano Grillo, Matthias Schmidt, Andrew Novak, Kevin Westmoreland. Tied at 6th for 60th at even. They're just going to do notables. Scott Piercy, Sungwoo Kim, Hank Lebioda, Stuart Sink, Andrew Landry, Brian Thornton, Nate Hochard, Nate Hardy, Scott Stevens, Cam Champ, Ben Taylor, Joaquin Herman, Eric Cole, Doug Gim, Suddy Kodiara, Ryan Moore. Tied for 79th with 1 over, Nate Watney, Joseph Burnett, Pat Gazier, Nicholas Echevarria, Sep Straka, Tyler Duncan, Francesco Molinari, Adam Schenk, Kevin Tway, Taylor Pendrith, Matthew Neesmith, Ryan Moore, Robbie Shellen, Callum Tarrant, Austin Smotherman, Max McGreevy. Tied for 100th with 2 over, Ryan Palmer, Alex Smalley, Lucas Hodges, Dylan Lingworth, Richie Rensky, Paul Haley, Cam Young. Tied for 114th with 3 over, J.B. Holmes, Doc Redman, Lucas Glover, Kelly Kraft, Brent Grant. Tied for 126 with 4 over, Mark Hubbard, Rick Barnes, Evan Van Royen. Tied for 132nd with 5 over, Matthias Schwab. Scott Harrington tied for 136 with 6 over, Michael Giljick, Kevin Roy. 140th with 7 over, Dylan Fertelli. Tied for 141st with 8 over, James Hom and Cam Davis. And withdrawing from the competition, Brandon Matthews. Alrighty. Now we're going to do NASCAR for the weekend. We will make picks for each race. We'll start with the Xfinity tomorrow, 1 o'clock from Fox Sports, on Fox Sports 1 from Virginia. So this is going to be an interesting race. I've yet to hit a NASCAR pick all season. We're going to try to make that change come this season. So the Toyota Care 250 I think I picked this driver earlier in the year, but I think he's due. I'm going to go with Riley Herbst at 25-1 to win the Toyota Care 250. Trucks. It's the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series race at Texas, from Texas. The Speedy Cash 250. I'm going to go with the driver that has been racing well lately. Couple of really good performances here and there. I'm going to go with Grant Effinger at 14-1 to win the Speedy Cash 250. And last but not least, the Cup Series, the Toyota Owners 400 from Texas. From Richmond. Wait, so why are the trucks at Texas and Xfinity and Cup are at Richmond? That doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, so my pick for the Cup race at Richmond, I just think this driver's really good at this track. He's had success there in the past. I'm going to go Kyle Busch at 12-1. It's an easy pick. Doing the Toyota Owners 400. All right, American Idol. Hollywood round starts this week. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Obviously, 8 o'clock on ABC. And it's going to be a good show, 2-hour show, as Idol alumni returns as mentors build confidence, stage presence, and songwriting. So it should be a lot of fun. So the last episode we didn't even talk about. First up was a girl named Kyara, 21 years old, from Algonquin, Illinois, performing Cold by Chris Stapleton. She got 3 S's in. All right, Elise Christine, 18 years old, from Issaquah, Washington. Natural Woman by Aretha Franklin. She got 3 S's in. Sarah Mack, 24 years old, from Carlton, Georgia, performing Stone Cold by Demi Lovato. 3 S's in. Jana Elise, 22 years old, from D.C., performing Who Wants to Live Forever by Queen. 3 S's in. Nate Pack, 21 years old, Linden, Michigan. Lightning Strikes Again by Luke Christie. 3 S's in. McKinley Brown, 17 years old, from Newcastle, Indiana. Love on the Brain, Rihanna. 3 S's in. Isaac Brown, 21 years old, from L.A., performing Golden Hour by JVKE in Essence. Wizkid featuring Thames. 3 S's in. Cam Amon, 27 years old, from Indy, performing Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen. Got 3 S's in, and also is a platinum ticket winner. So Cam gets to skip Hollywood round. There's a girl, Zoe Brisky, who came in. She got 3 no's. Sierra Harris, 20 years old, from Lexington, Massachusetts, performing Barracuda by Heart and Firework by Katy Perry, which Katy requested the latter song. She got 3 S's in. Philip Kane, 18 years old, by performing Osage County, which was an original by him, from Pawhuska, Oklahoma, 3 S's in. A girl, Brooklyn, from Brooklyn, 21 years old, performing I'm Still Standing by Elton John, 3 no's. Then the girl Fire comes in from the episode from 2 weeks ago, from Lawton, Oklahoma. She lives in Virginia, but came from the New Orleans show. And she performed Love in the Dark by Adele, and she got 3 S's in after Katie gave her a second chance in the previous episode. Kaya Stewart, 22 years old, from West Hollywood, California. This tattoo is an original, 3 S's in. And the last audition of the season, Oliver Steele, 25 years old, from Mount Juliet, Tennessee, performing In My Life by the Beatles. And he also performed Change the World by Eric Clapton, got 3 S's in the Hollywood. All right, couple singers I'm looking forward to seeing. I want to see Oliver again. I thought he was really good. I can't wait to see Fire. I also would like to see Owen Eckhart. He performed Something in the Orange by Zach Brown. Or Zach Bryant. My mistake. And then I also would like to see Trip Taylor. I thought Trip was really good. Danny Epp, whose mom kind of played a 4th judge in the episode. Hannah Nicholson from Houston, she was really good. I really can't wait to see Weani from Harlem, New York. I also want to see Ari, who performed All Night Long with Lionel, which was cool at her audition. Caitlin Hedges from Pound Ridge, New York. I think she was the girl that her father was deployed and came home and surprised her at the audition. I think that was that girl. She was amazing. But she got the platinum ticket, so we won't see her for a while. So she gets the bye. Caroline Cole, I thought was really good. And then, dating back to the first episode, there was a girl, Haven Madison, who performs an original. She was the first contestant of the season that they aired from an audition standpoint. I think Ian Tongi was the person that got the platinum ticket in the first episode. Kaya Monet, that's an interesting one. She was the one that I believe knew Willie Spence. So I'm very interested to see how far she goes. So I can't wait for Sunday's show. We'll recap it all on Monday's podcast. All right, news and notes as we head into the weekend. We will start with baseball because of opening day. Justin Verlander to the injured list, which is absolutely brutal news for the Mets. Low-grade strain in his teres near major muscle near the shoulder. And JV says he's continuing to throw. Injuries minor. And Mets ace choosing not to push his shoulder early in the season. Yankee Stadium was electric. Anthony Volpe, first at bat, gets a walk and he stole a base. Aaron Judge homered in his first at bat. You can't write up a script better than that. And there was an Arson Judge sign at the stadium. My God. A couple of interesting things. Marcus Stroman makes history with the first automatic ball for a pitch timer violation. And Rafael Devers is the first player to strike out for being inattentive to the pitcher with the pitch clock. Adley Rutschman had a historically great opening day. Meg Thee Stallion threw the Astros' first pitch. Adam Wainwright sang the national anthem, which was pretty cool. There was a proposal gone wrong at the Dodger game. There are a lot of crazy things happening on opening day. And then really bad news for the Braves. Max Fried leaves the fourth inning with a leg injury covering first base. That's not great, but the Braves still found the way to win the game. Many believe that Shohei Ohtani will sign with the Dodgers on a deal that could clear $600 million. That would be wild. Yankees acquire Colton Brewer from the Rays in exchange for cash consideration. So there's the mystery pitcher that the Yankees got. We talked about Nikola Jokic missing the game last night. Naz Reid, broken wrist. He'll miss significant time after suffering the injury in the loss to the Suns. That's brutal for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert rips the referees after loss. He told reporters that he thought the officials were trying to help the Suns win. Yikes. That's loser talk. Julius Randle out for 2 weeks with a sprained ankle. That is brutal for the Knicks. We talked about that earlier in the NBA segment. I think that might cost them the 5 seed. I think that is really bad news. They somehow beat Miami without Randle. I don't know how, but that is just a brutal injury for them. Brandon Miller entering the draft. That's no surprise. Zach Edey wins Men's Player of the Year. A near unanimous choice for the top honor after averaging the double-double. So much for the speculation about him not winning it because they lost to FDU in the first round. And the kid from Arkansas also declared for the draft, Nick Smith. DeAndre Hopkins, teams are weary of the contract as his $19.5 salary this season is giving teams pause about trading for him. Reggie Wayne makes a statement for Lamar Jackson. He had a plea to fans. He goes, "Will you all stop atting me to tell the Colts to call get Lamar? I have no way of making your wish come true. Hell, I'm still trying to get my kids to listen to me, let alone an organization." That's funny. And then Barca talking to Messi's camp as club vice president confirms talks to bring Leo back when his PSG contract expires this summer. And then the big story in the world yesterday is that Donald Trump has been indicted in New York for his role in paying hush money to Stormy Daniels before the 2016 election. This story is not going to end anytime soon. And this has big ramifications on the 2024 election potentially as well. All right, last but not least, my best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. So best bet yesterday was an easy winner with the over in the Braves game. Just go over in any game that Patrick Corbin's pitching and bet the other team to score more runs. An NBA one jumped out to me. Kind of dreading the pick for obvious reasons, but I have to do what I got to do. I'm laying the 3.5 with the Cavs against the Knicks. No Randall. Best player on the court is going to be Donovan Mitchell. The Cavs are coming together, so I'm going to lay the 3.5 with the Cavs at home against the Knicks for my best bet of the day. All right, that's it for the show. I'll be back on Monday recapping everything from the weekend and looking ahead to everything on Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody.